Hi everyone, Scrap and Lizzie here. I've been kind of sparse lately because I have been kind of um, on house arrest in my chair with my feet up. This is not fun, but hopefully things are getting better and I don't have to be like up on my. But anyway, I'm here to show you this. This company, Chalkola, has sent me another set of paints. I showed you a few videos back. They sent me some gouache paints, and I played along with them gouache paints, and I really liked them. I liked them a lot. And now these ones are acrylic paints. They sent me these to try to see what I thought about them. And so I haven't opened them. I've had them already in my possession almost a whole week. But I hadn't opened them because I wanted to wait till I could actually sit with my feetsies down. But this is what I'm going to do. We're going to look and see first. 32 colors of acrylic paint. Oh, I didn't look. I didn't look to see how much this actually cost. I would say probably about $25 is with this whole kit, which that's how the other one was too. And with it, we have a sponge, brushes. Oh, I am excited to have these brushes. We have this palette. I like these little palettes like this. I have some round palettes, but this one actually has the little hole for your thumb so you can hold that nice and comfortable in your hand. And here we have a palette knife, a number 3 palette knife. I guess that just has something to do with the size of it. So this must be a number 3 size. And like, I'm not an expert painter at all. Now these tubes of paint are larger in here than the gouache paint came in. Where did I put the gouache paint? Oh, I have it on my other. Oh, now see here. This is a lot of paint. You see there how beautiful they are? This is a lot of pretty colors. Vermilion red, light red ochre, ultramarine violet, crimson red, rose madder, flesh tint, mauve pale. There's in all kind of blues, all kind of browns, yellows and oranges. Beautiful. Okay, I have sort of an idea of what I want to try to do. And so, move a couple of things here. And okay, I'm gonna put these paints. I know these brushes are nice because in the last kit they had the same brushes. There's these same brushes, and so these brushes are amazing. So oh, and it explains what each brush explains what type of brush each one is here. And of course, I didn't bring my glasses in here with me. And so that's a lot of product for that much money. I mean, even if, I mean, they sent it to me as a gift, but even even if I paid full price, $25 for all of this, that's a very good deal, in my humble opinion. So I got myself a jar of water there, and oops, let's see. And we're going to my paper towels. Because what I want to try doing here, I've seen this particular painting done before. Well, I got to find a page in my sketchbook here. That'll be good. Well, let me go right to this one because then I've got the whole spread there. And maybe I will put, oh yeah, here. I will put this here and this here so I can go to the very edges pretty much. Okay, that'll help. Now, this is what I want to try and do. I've seen this done before. And so I'm going to try it now and see if I can do it and how it will turn out. Oh, for this little experiment, oh, here, I need a straw. Okay, I'm going to need a straw for this little experiment. I'm going to go ahead and get the straw prepared. Once you see me doing this straw, I bet you know what I'm doing. I'm just nipping the end of the straw. Now I'm going to nip the other end of the straw a little bit more. And so, like I say, I am not an expert painter. I am not anything like that. And when I watched the gentleman that I watched do this, I thought, wow, I think I can do that. And so I've been meaning to try it, but now, see, well, that didn't do real good. Good enough. Good as snuff. Okay, I'll put that right there. Now, the first thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to pick my colors. And so I think what I want to do is I want to have my sky, this top part is going to be like sky. And so, let's see what we have here. Oh, this is violet, this is cobalt blue. And what's this one called? Ultramarine blue. And then, oh, we get 2 titanium whites. That's good, because it seems like we always use a lot of white. Okay, so these are the colors I'm going to use for the top. Now this is going to be like the sky up here. Then I want to have, I'm going to have some green down here. Let's see, you know what I'm going to do maybe? Maybe I want to do use some yellow ochre sort of in the middle. And this is gold. And then I need green. And get my chubby little fingers in here and get these out of here. Okay, this is sap green, and this is viridin green. Okay, so I think this is probably enough of my colors that I want. And so this is how I saw this shown, is putting the paint right on. Let's see, what brush am I going to use? Do I want to use the palette knife? I don't know. Okay, this is just a play. Let's play. Okay, so we got that blue. Then we're going to put a little bit of this blue. I might be getting too much paint on here. We'll soon find out though, won't we? And this blue, so we got two different kinds of blue in there. But then we're going to put some white as well. Just a little bit of white here. Then this is yellow ochre. And I'm thinking maybe sort of like a sunset. And then a little gold. Okay. Now we're going to put some green in here. Okay, let's see. This may be a flopola, but I don't think so. I think that we're going to accept whatever we get here. Let's see, I think I want to put a little bit of white right over here too. Okay, let's check. Now this here, well, I think first what I want to do is I'm going to take this palette knife. That's a thread. You know what I think I want to do here? Okay, I think I want to get a little bit more of this cobalt blue right in here. And then I'm going to take this number 8 brush. Do I want to wet it? We don't know. I'm going to wet it a little bit. Yep, I like to have a little water in there. Wet it down a little bit. Now, like I say, I am not a painter. So we don't know what's going to come of this. Ooh, look, see how that white come in there? That's pretty nice. Kind of like the clouds. Yes. Let me see. I think I want to... I like that. I think that looks pretty good. And what do you think? Maybe a little bit more wet. So, you know, this is not a watercolor, but you know, if you can, you know, you could use it as a watercolor. You know, it just not have to be just exactly um, pretty. See? Then I want to let's see. Now I don't know if this is going to do what I want it to do, but what I'm hoping to sort of make like a little sunset in here. And this here is kind of like a little forest. Let's pretend. Let's pretend that's sort of like a forest right there. You know, I think I gotta get one of these papers to wipe off my brush. I don't want to just wash off all that paint. I'll use that for something. I wonder now if I take the palette. This is a whole lot of, let's see what happened if we do this. That's what this is. Let's see what's going to happen if we do this. I'm going to take this raw umber. I'm just going to let a little piece of that, a little bit of that there. And then I want a very detailed brush here. And I'm going to use some of that raw umber. And I'm just going to make it kind of like just some little bare trees here. For now, they're bare anyway. Okay, let's see. Okay, we're going to let that go just like that for now. Fan brush. Let's see. I think I want to put a little, just a little, Indian yellow. Do I want Indian yellow? Is that like orange? I was looking for orange. Okay, now what if we just put a little bit of, just that little bit of orange. Let's see what happens if. Yeah. Okay, let's see. I don't like brushes in the water already. Now, What I want to do now I want just lemon yellow. Now, some of you may have seen this done already before, but if you haven't, this is just going to be amazing. So now this is where I use the straw. Now my straw isn't bending correctly. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut that off of there, and I'm going to, because that, I think I had it the prongs were too long. And these are meant to look like little dandelions in the field. See, I think I need a little bit more lemon yellow. Little dandelions. You know, I used to play around with paint so much back in the day and never really painted anything, but even if you are not a painter per se, it is so much fun. Just, I got that sticky on there, so I want to get that off. I don't want it to stick together. Okay. Even if you're not like a like a famous painter or whatever, and you haven't had any painting classes or nothing, you are a painter. You are an artist. You can do this stuff. Now I'm going to I need a little bit more of this lemon yellow. And I'm going to use, I'm going to try something here. I'm just going to use the handle of a brush. But what if I just do this? No. Use the handle of a brush. Use the handle of a brush. And I'm going to put some smaller little, farther away, they're like farther away. And you're all in the fields there. You're in that field, all the little dandelions. All happy. Happy, happy dandelions. Okay, see, now, I wonder, now what I want to do is, okay, I'm going to wipe that off and get back into my brown here and put little dots in the middle of each of these little bitty so in the center they look like black-eyed Susans. Now my dandelions just turned into black-eyed Susans. And we don't know what these ones are, but they're deformed. It's okay. Okay, we like reformed black-eyed Susans. Okay, now, so those, oh, I got a couple I missed here. Get that one there, and we're going to get that one there. A little brown, okay? A little browner than you get downtown. Okay, now what I want to do, now I want a smaller, I want this to be smaller, so I'm gonna use the straw again, but I'm going to snip. My snippets are going to be just, I'm only going in there about 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch probably, and I'm just snipping all the way around. Okay, now, and then spread them open. See, so you guys, you don't have to. You can come up with something beautiful without ever being any sort of a professional, because I am just a 72-year-old grandma, great-grandma nonetheless. I have got great-grandchildren. How many of them greats do I have? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do I got 8? I don't know. I lose count. Now, see, now I want to have some white ones, because now they're turning into dandelions again. Because once they go to seed, oops, that's not good. Once they go to seed, they start flying off, then they're white. So we can have some white ones just flying off into the, just let them fly wherever they want to fly. See, because they've went to seed there. And that's when you go get one and you make a wish and you blow on it, and you blow on it, and it, all of your wishes go up into the air. Let's see, I think I want to have a little bit more white. I like this paint. And these are large tubes. And 30, what did it say, 32 colors? It's beautiful. Okay, now I want to have, I'm going to get me my brush end again. And I'm going to go in the middles of these white ones with just white. I could have went in with like maybe a tan color, but I already got white, so. Now, if I were to want to write a word on here, what would be a good word? You know what I think a good word would be? Wish. Because you make a wish when you blow on the dandelions that have went to seed. You make a wish. Now I want to have just some, get a real small handle. So see, not just the brush, the handle is also beautiful. If you're making stars in the sky or anything at all, you can just dot them on with the handle of a brush. And see, they're just all going off in this way. And so then I think I would still use, let's see, one of the things that I seen, the person I saw do this, he had like a comb or a fork. Oh, that's what I should have used. I have a fork right here. But he took, when this paint was still wet, the green, he took it and went like this. And it was still wet, and it, oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to keep you all on here for longer. Because now what I want to do, well, I want to write wish, because that's my word. I want to use it. I always like a word. I feel like nothing is finished until there's a word. A word. And so I'm going to write and I don't want to hear none of you say that you don't like your writing. So you can't write. I've heard people say that, and you can't do that. You will know what this says when I'm done, even though it's not going to be all fancy. Wish. See there? Perfect. You know, for that eye there, I need to have, let's put a, well, that didn't work, but that's okay. There we go, to make that eye, dot that I and cross your T's. We don't have no T's. But I want to try something. Now, I like this for my page. I can't do another page in this book, though, because I can't close that. I got to let that dry. So what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to take a piece of scrap paper. Okay, okay, I'm going to use this. Doesn't matter. Okay, now I'm going to, let's see, we're going to go, turn this over this way. I'm going to go with some blue. And green. I'll try not to keep you too long, but once I get going on stuff, it's like I get carried away, I guess. And I don't want to stop then. Okay, then let's see. Then I'm going to use this white up here too in my sky. So I'm going to use my fork and see how that works with my fork. Okay, so wait a minute, should I use this brush? I just like to, because I'm not real sure what each brush is supposed to be used for, so I just have to try. Now on this one I'm getting paint on my desk, and it's okay because it'll wash off. It will wash off. Look at that beautiful sky. Okay, that's pretty, isn't it? Okay, and then I'll rinse that off again. And now I'm going to do the green. I'm just going to keep it stroking from left to right. There, now, put that on here. Because I'll use that for something. Now, then the fork. Here it is. Okay, I'm going to take this fork, and I'm just going to so see, you can use your own products. Now, do you see how those look? Isn't that amazing? Now, I'm going to go back in with the yellow. Oh, let me change colors here. I'm going to go with this Naples yellow. Oh, that's like almost like a cream colored yellow. So, see what we get here. Oh, yes! And we'll get some flowers going in the meadow. Can you imagine? You know, I was just talking, me and my husband, we talk about the weirdest things sometimes. But, we were talking like, you know how people say, like, when you're 50, you're over the hill? But, you know, you're not actually. You are not over the hill. Mm-mm. Your whole life, if you break it up into decades, you're at the bottom of a mountain. You're at the bottom of a mountain for the first decade. You're just playing in the meadow, in these flowers. You're blowing, trying to get some good wishes going. And so for that first 10 years, and then you start climbing, excuse me, farther up the mountain. And that second decade of your life, that's the roughest one because now you're out of the meadow and you're not playing so much, but there's still nice green grass and flowers and all that kind of beautiful things as you go up the mountain. But it's getting a little bit harder to climb because you got to some, oh, what do you call it? You got like, you know, when in your first decade, mom and dad, grandma and grandpa, and all them people are making all your decisions for you, you know. What time you go to bed, and they tell you to brush your teeth, wash behind your ears, you know, all that stuff. And so, well, then in that second decade, Lord, Lord, now you better remember that stuff you learned in the first decade, because you shouldn't have to be told to go brush your teeth, wash behind your ears, and scrub your elbows and all that kind of stuff. And it gets a little rougher. But that second decade, that's the worst one. That's where you go into it as a young child and you come out of it as near about an adult. You gotta make all them changes. You're farther up the mountain. And what you strive for then is what you need to strive for is getting to the peak of the mountain. And it takes your whole life to get to the peak of the mountain. You'll never get over the hill. You get to the peak of the mountain, and you are so close to heaven. So close to heaven when you get to the peak of that mountain. And so, you know what I want to try now here? So yeah, you're on uphill. You're going uphill the whole time. And, you know, and it's hard when you first start. But after a few decades, it gets easier because you've got it gets a little easier as you go, and because now you're in that second decade between 10 and 20. Yeah, that's the rough one, and I'm trying to just put some splatter on here now. Now, what do you think? Thank you, Chalkola, for this paint. This is beautiful. Now see there? Oh, I didn't put some little brown-eyed Susans in there. I have to do that. I gotta make sure. See what a mess I've made already? Let me see. And see how well, Look at that. And that's just, this is like nothing. It's like nothing. I wonder if I can use the end of this instead, because it's bigger around. Okay, yeah. So they're brown-eyed Susans turned into dandelions. So yeah, you're uphill all the way, but you got like a mountain climber. They want to get to the apex. They want to get up there to the top of that mountain. And then they just raise their arms up as high as they can, and they scream loud so they see to hear their echo. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So let's not go over the hill. We do not want to go over the hill when it's before it's our time. We want to keep going and get up to the apex of the mountain. Hi, Papa. Is that you? I'm doing my video. Remember when they sent me this here?
Oh, yeah.
And they wanted me to do a video, and I'm doing one. Look at that pretty. I did that right there, and did this one here. And
you do very nice things.
I do very nice things. Thank you. You gonna go to bed now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love you.
I love you too, darling. Okay. So, yeah. This is nice paint right here. Do you like my picture? Oh, I already asked you that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that one. You get you some sleep too, okay?
I will, darling. I know how to sleep.
I love you.
I love you too, sweetie. So yeah, I don't know if these folks over there at the Chalkola place want more of a professional kind of a. But I'm just not into that professional stuff. I am just normal, plain, ordinary. I'm normal and plain and ordinary. But there you go. See that? I like this one. I like this one better than this one, but I like them both. And so, but this is nice too. See, but here because I used the fork and I made the stems, I could actually though. I could actually take. Interesting. I could take. Just put some green on the palette. Let me put this right here. Put this over here. And then put this green. Let me put this green on the palette. Let's put that right there. And then take that very slim brush again and get some. And I could actually go and add stems to these, just stems here and there. Just stems. And there, that just fixes that right up right there. And so you can just keep going. See, that one there is right ready to pick, right ready to be picked and make a wish. So, my friends, get you some paint. You don't have to buy that all all that very expensive paint. I'll have to put the link to this place, and I don't get anything from it. I don't get anything from the sale of these things or nothing. They just sent them to me out of the kindness of their heart, and just so I could review them. And I giving you an honest review here. There we go. We won't go no further with them. But look at that. See? I think they're both beautiful. And so you do not have to be an expert. Look at this. Do you know out of this, and this is just scrap paper that I get and use, you could cut this piece off here, this piece off here, and make it on 2 greeting cards. You could do greeting cards with it. You can do anything like that. So, but this is wonderful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Chalkola, for for sending me these, and so I can try them because I love trying new things, and I didn't even know Chalkola made as much as what they did. I didn't know they made this much. They make quite a large line of art supplies, and I think this is wonderful. I think it's just wonderful. So just get them all put back in there nice and neatly. Put this here, put that there. This is nice. So, and it came with a sponge too, but it didn't really need the sponge. I'm going to do something, not now because I've already been on for 3/4 of an hour, but using a sponge in painting also is very, very, very wonderful. So many things that you can do using a sponge in your painting. And so, look at there, I almost used all my brushes. I love these. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. I always make such a mess. But, and see, that's a page in my journal now. And so, I've done different things on different days, and in my journal. So, and different kind of paints I've used, and look at her hair. And I like to just, I have nothing, like a lot of people that, oh, look at this. I painted this. Oh, this I did with a sponge. But I never finished it. I need to just put some daisies on there, shouldn't I? Oops, some of my pages are stuck together. Well, I better not mess that up. Okay, now, okay, Chalkola, I always read after all my videos. I always don't end it without a little bit of reading. And so we're going to open this up right here. Beyond all measure. Get me a, that's my appointment card. August 29th. Oh, okay. Beyond all, let's try it this way. Dear Lord, I know you love me. I feel it everywhere, at work, at play, all by myself. And when I kneel in prayer, your name's the first upon my lips. When something turns out wrong and I keep running back to you to help me get along, it's gotten so I blindly trust whatever you decide. It is best for me. I have no time to waste on foolish pride. Having once discovered your joy, the joy your presence brings, I have no wish to squander my life on lesser things. Dear Lord, I know you love me. There isn't any harm. There isn't any harm can come to me as long as I keep clinging to your arm. You're well aware of all the things I need from day to day. You give me those I ought to have and take the rest away. So many years I've wasted till I stopped keeping track. Dear Lord, how long you've loved me before I loved you back. But for your gentle patience, within itself a treasure, I might have lived and never known a love beyond all measure. And that was written by Grace E. Easley. That is nice. That's very nice. I just got to watch each and every one of you, every day, every step you take, every move you make, keep you safe, keep you happy, keep you humble. And know that you are loved by so many. God bless you all, and thank you for watching this video.